Good morning. So here we are. We're going to start with Pilates basics. Now, this is breathing. So you may not even have an interest in Pilates, which is totally fine. But this is learning how to breathe into your backspace. So even in a lot of breathing practices, it says just to breathe, or you breathe into the front. But this is about acquiring a nice breathing pattern through the back. Purpose in Pilates for that is because when we go into what's called flexion, you need to make sure that you can hang on while you're breathing. If you're hanging on and you go to take an inhale, you come out. So you're going to lose that engagement. So the purpose of it is to stay through the back. Now, this day and age, because there's a lot of things that are miscued with breath, there's a lot of fantastic ones too, but a lot of times, even if we aren't cued, we breathe into what we can see. We can see the front. So these are fantastic exercises to get your backspace working, okay? So we're going to be going through how to access the backspace with our breathing, and we also have a whole bunch of space to get into. So there's between the shoulder blades, down the mid-back, even into the low ribs, okay? So our lungs are huge. And if they aren't working in the back, our back is gripping. So we need freedom. We need to get movement in there. So we're going to do a number of exercises in a different positions. So some may work for you, some may not. Watch the whole video and see what ones work for you, and also some may not work today. Some may work well another day. That's okay. So just let it be whatever it is. Okay, so let's get started. The first exercise I'm going to show you is the traditional one. Okay, now this is not accessible for everybody. So you're going to sit with the knees bent and the feet flat. Okay, so this in itself can be very challenging for some people. Okay, you can move the feet farther away if you wish. I'm on my reformer, so I don't have a lot of space when I'm sitting this way. But you can move the feet. You can also have the legs spread out a little bit wider if you need to. What we want is we're going to be rounding over the thighs using our breath. So use your hands to just support you gently. Good. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, so it's just a normal inhale. As you exhale, you're going to nod the head and curl and roll down over the thighs. Good. Now I want you to stay there. Okay? I want you to inhale. And you notice automatically it goes into the back of the rib space. It has nowhere else to go because we're so compressed in the front. Try to draw the belly in softly when you do this. You're going to learn about that later, but we have to start somewhere. So this is where everything all comes together. So stay flexed. Inhale and feel the ribs expanding. Feel the shoulder blades expanding. Feel the spine lengthening. And exhale through the mouth. It's a nice soft exhale, and feel the belly pulling in. Feel the suspenders from the ribs to the pubic bone drawing down and lifting up together. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. One more. Inhale and exhale. Then you're going to inhale and you're going to exhale and slowly stack the spine back up nice and tall. So that's one of the ones that you can do. Okay, you can try and do that over and over. The hard part about that is, that I find, is that a lot of times if we aren't breathing into the backspace, that you don't have the tactile feedback that your brain needs to be able to access it. Okay, so you don't have anything to sort of go up against, right? So you can try and do that sitting up against a wall, and then peeling your spine away from it, and then peeling and going back up. So just imagine behind me there's a wall, and you slowly go down, and you slowly go up. Okay, so that's what you can try to. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to show you, so say that just going forward isn't comfortable, right? Say you feel stuck, right? Maybe the legs just don't want to go there, maybe you can't bend your hips like that. That's okay. So we're going to get our ball. We're going to get the big ball, okay? And you can just sit with the legs wide. You can even do this with the legs crossed if you want. And you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to let yourself use the ball. So The ball should be in front of you, and like I said, you can have the legs down if you want to. Just be comfortable, okay? Just be comfortable. You can sit, have a dining room chair, sit at the edge of a dining room chair and have another dining room chair in front of you, okay? So you're gonna go up nice and tall, and as you exhale, you're gonna nod the head and let yourself come around and into the ball, okay? And you can even roll it away from you if you want. But if you hug it, and as you push into it, feel your chest opening in, and you're gonna feel now the upper back expanding away from it. Okay, so it gives you tactile feedback to breathe back into the ribs. And since you're finding that stuck space, a lot of times it's very stuck, right? You can all of a sudden start to feel the lower ribs working. Right, and still when you exhale, still lift, right? Still do a soft lift. Again, once we do the pelvic one, that will be easier. Stretch out the shoulder blades, good. If you have a slightly smaller ball, it will fit in here a lot better. Mine is big, so play around, right? Maybe you have something else that you can use at home. Okay, nice big inhale, stretch it out, and exhale. And if you have your head turned, make sure that you turn the other way and do it too. So I just want to have my back of my head too, guys. So that's the second way. Okay, so, and that works very well as well. Now, there still is no tactile feedback though, right? So I explained how you can do it against a wall. There's still no tactile feedback. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do it on the ground. So we're going to do it laying on our back, okay? So, and we're going to try to do this. So what we're going to do, okay, you're going to lay down, okay? And I'm trying to figure out the best angle for you guys, so we'll see. That's okay, because chances are you're laying down and you can't see the video anyways, right? So just listen for my cueing. So first of all, the big thing is when you lay on your back, and this is for anything, okay? If you're, and you can get a friend to tell you, if your chin is higher than your forehead, you need a pillow under your head. If your shoulders are rounding forward like crazy, you need a pillow under your head. If your ribs are popping up like crazy, you need a pillow under your head, okay? Because your ribs, shoulders, and neck all work together. So if one is out of alignment, the rest of it is. And if your neck is out of alignment, your low back is out of alignment. So you need to support properly, even with breath, okay? No matter what you're doing, make sure you support yourself properly. So I do have a little bit of extension in my neck, and I do, I'm human, have a little bit of rounding forward in my shoulders, okay? So I'm gonna get a pillow underneath. So now what I'm gonna do, okay, I have a pillow under my head, okay, is I'm gonna take my hands and I'm gonna find down in the lower rib space, okay? And I'm going to see if I can just relax, all right, move your hips around a little. Good, take a breath, just a normal breath, okay? Just inhale and exhale. And what you want to feel is all along your spine, all the way into the neck, the shoulders, the hips, the spine. I want you to feel as though your entire spine has a weighted blanket on it. And it's all softly pulling you down, and it's relaxing you, and it's heavy, and everything is releasing down. So you may be able to get a little bit more space in through the hips, right? You might feel that low back lengthening. You might feel the chin softly tucking a little bit more, okay? Now I just want you to relax. You need to learn, for all of the things that we're going to talk about and do, you're going to have to learn how to relax, because all of these basics are more about the art of letting go more than they are about the art of engaging, okay? Because the muscles we're going to be working with are super tiny, and you can't consciously get them to activate. We have to trick the brain to get them to activate, okay? So Wrap the index finger and the thumb around the ribs, both sides. Okay. Now, back of the neck's long. I want you to inhale into the fingers. Good, and exhale. As you should feel the belly just softly falling down, okay? Good, now I want you to gently push up with your thumbs. And I want you to inhale into just your thumbs. Good, and exhale. Good, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And also feel your rib cage widening out to the sides as well. And exhale. Good, inhale. So feel that pushing out and back wide. And exhale. Now, if you're starting to feel a little lightheaded, first of all, don't get up fast, okay? A, we're lying down, and B, we've been working with breath. If you've actually achieved opening up some capillaries through the back of the lungs, you're getting more oxygen into your blood than what you're used to, and that could cause dizziness. That's okay, just don't get up fast, okay guys? So that's the laying down version, okay? Now, what I like to do to get people to sort of access a little bit more higher, because this is down low in the ribs. So this is where when we, and don't do this unless you know what you're doing, please. When we come up into flexion, it's about keeping the belly down. And I'll show that, so when you inhale, you can actually see the ribs go wider and the back gets flatter and the core stays engaged. It doesn't go anywhere. And as you exhale, you draw in, but it's reconnecting. So while you're engaged, it's establishing that connection again. As just a breathing exercise, what you can do is you can go ahead and press in and curl and lift the hips, roll up and reach, and let your arms just go out, roll up the spine vertebrae by vertebrae, like it's a tractor tire. Keep the tail tucked, the belly in and the knees long, and slowly go down vertebrae by vertebrae. Good, and slowly go down. So even as you roll up, okay, keep the shoulder blades wide, keep the chest open, keep the back of the neck long. Now, if you have a lot of stuff under your head, you might need to relieve some of it when you're lifting the hips. But I don't want you jamming up into a yoga bridge. I want you to come up into it's a shoulder bridge in Pilates. That means your hips don't lift between the space between your shoulders and your knees. So you just go to a straight line. So you're gonna go ahead and curl, good, and just feel yourself softly peeling the spine up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice big inhale. Good, and you can stay there and exhale. Now, I might be getting you to work a little bit of glutes here too. That's okay. Good, make sure you're not feeling your low back. If you're feeling your low back, you're not tucking your tailbone under enough. Good, inhale. And exhale, slowly lower down. And as you go down, relax the shoulders, relax the neck, relax the jaw, release the face all the way down. Good, but focus on that breathing. The inhale through the nose and the exhale through the mouth. The exhale through the mouth engages your transversus abdominis, that's the deep muscle here, and it also engages the muscles that go in between your ribs, okay? And so those are muscles of respiration. So just by exhaling and relaxing and letting your body do what it should do naturally, they're engaging. But as soon as you try to do something, so a lot of people try to exhale and they push out, right? Or they inhale and they push out. If you push out, you're doing what I call the hollow bunny. So, and I'll talk about this with the pelvis as well. If you're a hollow bunny, works at Easter, but so you're all goodness on the outside, and you might look strong, but your core, there's nothing in there. So you need to make sure that you're a good solid bunny. So we're building from the foundations of strength to protect your spine, to protect your pelvis, to protect your bones, right? So that you're slowly adding and layering the strength on. So these are your basics. They're tough. They're very tough. If you have any questions, always feel free to comment, or if you're one of my students or clients that get to see me, you can always ask me in person. Otherwise, have a wonderful day and go ahead and watch video 2. I believe we work with the pelvis. Thank you very much. Bye guys.